Hi channel, it's Brownie. Let's get into it. So last week I sent an anonymous link to several channels that I'm a part of, and also my social media on Snapchat and WhatsApp, and I think Instagram, and I asked a couple of people, or like I sent a link and I asked people to like tell me what, or ask me questions about like things that they would like to know about me. Now, I was thinking that this would be like a get to know me kind of question, and I can talk more about myself in this video. But alas, alas, my friends had a different plan. I mean, some of the questions are like get to know me questions, and some are just outright like outrageous. But yeah, um, first question here is, how's life been since you finished uni? How's life been since I finished uni? I think uni me and me now are two different people in a way. I think uni me was very loud. I'm still loud, but like with decorum. Uni me was quite loud. Uni me was not shy. Now I'm shy, which doesn't even make sense. Uni me was very bold. And I think that made my experience in university different from my experience right now. And I don't regret anything because like I learned from my mistakes then, and I'm making improvements right now. So life has been awesome. Life has been more than I imagined it to be. I didn't think I would be doing this right now, but here I am doing it. I didn't think I'd be working in tech, but I'm working in tech. I didn't think I would have a space of my own, but I do have a space of my own because in uni I spent time like squatting with friends, moving from one apartment to the next. But I have my apartment and it's been so awesome. I also have friends that love me for who I am and not really like I don't know. I just think that I have more friends that love me right now because they've seen my growth from uni to now, and they're like, okay, I think you have potentials and we'll stick with you. So that's really amazing for me. Question, what were your favorite meal, movie, music, album, TV show, and person from last year? This is a lot of question in one. Oh, favorite meal, favorite meal, favorite meal, favorite meal. I think I like to cook, but I don't know about eating so much. So favorite meal is a hard one. I like afang soup.
You have to have your afang soup.
I like afang soup a lot. And if you now put afang by the side and you add egusi by the side with poundo, you've taken me to where I don't know. I like afang soup. I think I still like afang soup. Afang soup, poundo. That's my favorite meal. Take me anywhere. Like I really like soup. I like afang soup. Favorite movie. I'm not a movie person. I'm not. Oh damn! Taking the lights. I'm not a movie person. I don't like to watch movies. Like I watch movies, but if you watch movies with me, you will be upset, especially if you enjoy watching movies. Like I'll skip the entire thing. Like I'll skip to places where I don't feel secondhand embarrassment. There's no anxiety. So I don't like to watch shooting movies. I like to watch comedies. So that's, and I like animes and K dramas. But even K dramas too, I skip. Animes, I don't skip so much. I skip when I feel like I already know where this is going to, and I just want to get to the end so fast. Music album. Music album. When did Ademola come out? That was last year, right? Ademola. Adedamola. Fireboy's album. Oh Lord, I played that album till I felt like Fireboy was going to like tell me, guys, stop, my mouth is hurting. But yes, I loved the album so much. TV show. I don't, same thing as movie. I don't watch. I can't remember. Favorite person from last year. I can't say. I can't say. But my favorite person last year is still my favorite person this year. And I love them so much. Anyways, next question. What's the most interesting thing you've learned in the past year? What's the most interesting thing I've learned in the past year? I've learned so much, but the most interesting thing that I've learned is never say never. Um, for me, I don't think I used to say never, or like I used to do, oh, it will never be me, or all of that. But I think I've come to the realization that it could be you. So I like when it's you, there's no problem with that. Like if you say, oh, it can never be me, and you're put in a situation where it is you, it's okay, right? It's okay. So that's why I'm saying that like never say never, because it can actually be you. This world just like revolves in a way that we understand and we don't understand. And for people who go about judging others, like don't judge something you've not experienced, because like it could be you, right? And like when it's you and you've taken a different action, or you've acted in a different way, then you can say, oh, it can never be me. But if you've not experienced it, please do not say it can never be me, because it could be you. And like it's life, right? That's how life is. Life goes on even though it is you. I hope that made sense. I hope that made sense, because I tend to ramble. Okay, so next question. Oh, this is so sweet. Says, firstly, I want to say I admire you a lot. Been watching from the sidelines. You are strong and determined. How do you cope or balance everything in your life? Wow. Wow. Thank you so much for this. Like it makes me feel good. But I'm going to say that what I show on the outside is definitely what I experience on the inside. And you have to live with me to understand what this means, right? Um, I would say I'm strong and determined. And how do you cope or balance everything in your life? This sounds like I have things figured out, and honestly that's not the truth. I don't have anything figured out. I go through life one day at a time, 1 second at a time. I tend to overthink a lot, and I think that's what makes me seemingly prepared for the unexpected. But how I cope with things is I cry. Guy, I cry. Hey God, emphasis on I cry, because I really do cry. I cry. I think it's enough crying. But like I cry because sometimes you just feel so much emotions and you're not able to express those emotions. But for me, once I start crying, if I figure out that like my words are not coherent, they're not coming together to express what exactly I'm feeling, I cry. And once I cry, I have that post crying clarity. I cry and I get clarity, and I'm like, you should not be crying. Okay, now that you have cried, you felt this emotion, because I think the world tends to make us not want to be in our emotion, because if you're in your emotion, you're too sensitive, if you're not feeling anything, you're too stuck up. Like people always tell you what to do. But me, I will cry for anything. I will cry because I feel heavy, I feel overwhelmed, and the way for me to go about that is cry. So I cope by crying. And I also, next thing is I cope by talking with my friends. I have very good friends. I'm very lucky to have the friends that I have. My best friends, they are amazing. And they're always here to listen to me talk about stuff. And I think I'm so blessed that I don't have friends that are biased. Like if I'm messing up, they say you've messed up, but okay, go ahead and do this, or don't go ahead and do this. And it makes me feel better. It makes me feel good. And then like, okay, this is supposed to be number one. I go to God. Like I would pray about it. I'll call my parents, because my parents will pray about it, and my mom will give me advice. My dad, especially, my dad is a box of knowledge, so he would always give me something to do or tell me something that just like sparks up clarity for me. And that's how I go about getting clarity and balancing things in my life. And when you say balance, I don't know if you mean like work-life balance, because that's something that I'm still trying to figure out, but I'm working towards it. I'm trying to figure it out, and I'm working towards it. And I think so far it's been okay. It's been okay. So the next question is what inspired you to start your career, and how have you managed to not give up? What inspired me to start my career? Oh, I think I tell this story a lot. I think we had my roommates in school then had a friend that had left. If you schooled in Uniport, you may know this. I think within like 2018, 2019, I think. So there was someone that left school during exams to travel out, speak at a conference because of work. And it was kind of like a big deal in school. And people kept talking about it and talking about it and talking about it. And I'm like, who's this person? Right. And luckily for me, my roommate then was their classmate. And she told me about this entire thing and told me what tech was. And I'm like, I'm interested in this. But then I was so poor. I didn't have a laptop, and I needed a laptop to learn tech then. So I didn't learn tech until like the pandemic. My sister, my cousin, gave me her laptop, which I keep telling people that that laptop was on life support, but it supported my life. Word. It supported my life, and I was so excited for it because what I mean by life support is that there was no light. If there was no light, that laptop will not come on. And we know the country that we live in, there's always no light. Like right now, they've taken the lights, but there's like power, but there's no light power, the air conditioner. Anyways, I digress. So I met this person, I think online, and then we started talking, and I got invited to their birthday dinner. I met other people who were in tech. I asked questions, and that was how I started my tech journey. And how I've managed to cope and stay in tech is because my friends, like I wasn't the only person who started doing tech. All my friends are in tech, and there's no way that one person will be going down and the other people will not like try to push them up. And like I said earlier, I have the best set of friends. They're always trying to make sure that like everything is working, like we are all good and everybody's checking in on the other person, and that's how it has been. I've managed to not give up because I have a good support system, and secondly, the money is good.
I want to laugh for now. Now what for you? Now what for you, bro? The fuck up.
I would come here and yap and lie if I don't tell you that the money is good. The money is one of the reasons why I have not given up. The money is really good. So that's the honest truth. I say I want to build this channel on honesty. That's the honest truth. The money is good. Okay. This one says, I genuinely want to know how you are. It's been a while we really communicated. I miss you. What do you really like to eat? So I get it for you the next time I see you. I don't even know who this is. Honestly, I've been good. There are some days when it's a struggle to like wake up and work. But other days you have the energy to go on for hours and hours. So that's great. I'm sorry that I haven't been communicating. Really, I'm very sorry about that. I'm not the greatest person at communication, like hardly. I mean, I'm actively posting, but like having engagement, texting, or even like calls, they're not my greatest strengths, but I'm really trying. And like, just text me and like, let's talk about that. Text me. Okay, what do you really like to eat? Afang soup, catfish pepper soup, afang soup. Just, you can bring 2 of them, or you can give me one this weekend and send you next one next weekend. Okay? And I love you too. The person ended this with saying, I love you. I love you too. So this person says, I want to know where you come from and how you grew up. I feel like this particular question would have its own video, but I'm just going to try and put this together. Where do I come from? So my name is Victory Tamunoche Perim David Brown. David Brown, my father's name. Tamunoche Perim is my native name. It means God stands for me. I am from Boni / Opobo Nkoro local governments. I'm like, my mom is from Boni, my dad is from Opobo. I grew up going to Boni more than I go to Opobo. So crucify yourself if you say, oh, you're from Opobo. That's your business. I have Boni local government identification number. I have Boni local government identification. I don't have Opobo Nkoro identification. So if they ask me where I'm from, I'm going to bring the Boni one. So yeah, I'm from Boni and I'm from Opobo as well. Which is all in River State. Like you have to take a boat. Bonny is an island. You have to take a boat to both places. But I think they are building a bridge. But again, I digress. I stayed in Burkiri in town in River State in Port Harcourt. Like I lived in Burkiri all my life for a very long time. I schooled in Cornerstone, and then I went to Greater Evangelism, Greater Montessori, and then those are the only 2 schools I switched to, Greater Evangelism or Greater Montessori. and Cornerstone. I was also Miss Cornerstone one time. I was Miss Cornerstone at one time, and I grew up in a very lovely family. I grew up with my mom, my grandpa, and my mom's brothers. I love my grandpa. May his soul rest in peace. He's my icon and hero for the rest of my life. I don't think anybody is going to top that position in my life. So yeah. I grew up in a very loving family, and I have a lot of love to give, although I still have a bit of temper, but like if you don't push the button, you don't get the experience you get. Yes. So what's the next one? What's brownie's taste in men? Or does brownie like men? What's brownie's taste in men? I like kind men. Please, I like kind people. Just be kind. Just be a kind person. I think there's a huge difference between being kind and being nice. So I like people to be kind. I would, anybody I'm going out with, please be kind. And have respect for other people. I'm not the kind of person that will go out with somebody that respects me but disrespects other people. I don't get excited by that. You have nothing to prove by being rude to other people. Yeah. I've known you for a while, and I'm really curious about how you became so focused to achieve your success. I won't even say I'm successful at this point. I think I'm on the path to success, right? How I've become so focused is, like I said, I have a lot of things to do, and I have a lot of responsibilities. I have people relying on me. I have people looking up to me. I have people who say they are inspired by me, and I don't want to let them down. And because of that, I really strive to like do what I need to do when I need to do it, and which is one of the reasons why this YouTube video or this YouTube channel has been created, because I have a lot of people who are expecting me to do this, right? So yeah, that's how I've been doing this. Okay. Will you move out of the country for work? Will you move out of the country for work? I don't know. I haven't really thought about it. I mean, like every time I think about leaving this country, I don't think about it for like vacation or fun, not really like relocation. I don't know yet. Let's see how this year goes. Maybe at the end of this year, I will change my mind about it. But for now, I have no plans. I had last year, but I no longer have as of this year and right now. What are your favorite movie and song genres? Genre. Favorite movie. I don't watch movies. I don't like movies. Song. I listen to anything. I listen to jazz. I listen to hip hop. I listen to house. I listen to rap. I listen to R&B. I love music, so I don't discriminate in that aspect. What are your long-term goals for self and career? My long-term goal is to be financially like stable. I don't want to have to think about money in the way that I used to think about money. That being said, I don't mean that I want to spend frivolously or I want to be careless, but I want to be able to make decisions and not consider that I'm running low. I want to be, at first I thought I wanted to be comfortable, but I'm going to tell you now that I'm not a comfortable person. I don't want to be comfortable. I want to live a life of luxury. Hard to believe, because a lot of people come online and like try to be humble, which I appreciate, because some people really want to be comfortable. I think I wanted to, as of like 2 years ago, because of where I was, what I wanted to experience was like, okay, comfort. But right now, where I currently am, I want to experience more, right? So I want to experience luxury, and this luxury does not mean that I want to go about buying designers or stuff. I think for me, it's being able to have experiences. Like I want to be able to pay for experiences. I want to go on a carnival cruise boat for like 2 months. I want to be able to like go to a different country and experience their culture for a while, live somewhere else. And I wouldn't do this with like the one that I have now. So I want more for myself. So in the long term, I want to be able to like do stuff that makes me happy, have experiences. Even in my job, I don't want to be stagnant. I don't want to be here for a long time. I want to be able to move. And for the past 5 years in tech, I've been able to move from one niche to another, and I really like that for myself. So long term is that I'm in a more senior level, I'm more relaxed, I'm more like I have a plan to experience life the way that I want to on my own terms. That's something that I look forward to be honest. Okay. How you started tech? I think I've answered this in the previous video. Where do you see yourself in your career in 5 to 10 years? Same thing. I want to be a senior in my in my career, like in the current role that I am. I want to be more of a senior level, even like a consultant. I want to help people make better decisions, right? Am I single? No. Okay. Someone said how to be a baller like you. I want to know how to be a baller like you. I would say get into tech, but I'm also trying to not let people think that tech is the only way to make money. But just find something that makes you happy, work on it till it begins to make you happier than you are. Especially like if it starts to pay your bills or helps you fund experiences and lifestyle. That's how you become a baller. And no ballers as well. Sorry. What struggles do you face being an only child? I think growing up, I was bored most of the time. I don't have experiences to share, like, oh, my brother did this. Like, when people who have siblings come and talk about their brothers, I don't have so much to share. But I do have cousins. And like I said, my family were very close. My cousins are like my brothers and sisters. I rarely say cousins. I say my brother or my sister because we're like a very close-knitted family. Everybody's in everybody's business, to be honest. So I can share stories about my cousins. I can talk about how my cousins did this or did that because like we're close. But at the end of the day, I go back home alone, or like I have to face my mom and dad alone because I'm the only child. And I think for a while I enjoyed the privilege of being an only child until now that I have responsibilities to take care of my parents, and I'm like, oh my god, I wish we were sharing this. I wish I was sharing this with a brother or a sister. I wish I was sharing this responsibility with somebody else. But overall, it's been like a lovely experience, I would say. I don't have any regrets of being an only child. I think my parents want another kid. Too bad. They are stuck with me. I have some questions here that are tech related, right? And I wanted this to be like a get to know me stuff. Sorry, let me get water. So I feel like I've been talking for a long time. So I need to get water. Okay. So like I said, this is supposed to be like a get to know me. But because people know me from like a tech aspect, a lot of the questions are tech related. And this is about like tools I use for work. So I'm going to skip this question and probably make another video around that. Okay, so this person is asking, have you ever considered setting up a CBD flavored food business? What is CBD? This other this other question is like how you transitioned into tech, how I transitioned into tech. Oh yeah, I think I shared something like that early on about like somebody that traveled. I got interested. Yeah. Scroll back to go and check. Excuse me. How do you stay consistent? I fold at the slightest criticism. Again, like it depends because like for work I stay consistent because I have work to do. I get paid to do work that I do, but like for my personal things I do the needful. I focus on what I need to do and I stay consistent with what I need to do. It's like, is this enough to put in your attention and your effort? If it's not, then just stop. And if I figure that out, there's no need for me to be consistently doing that. you get? So, and like falling at the slightest criticism is something that a lot of people relate to. Like this video that I'm making, like this is my first video, so I'm not expecting it to be perfect or to do so great, right? But if I don't get it started, I'm not going to improve. Like I'm not going to change from this. People are never going to know who I am or what I do. And if people don't know, and if people don't give me feedback, I'm not going to improve. So don't take criticism as an attack on your person or your personality. Take criticism. Take criticism as an opportunity to get better, right? Like, and also like, who is criticizing you? And how does that criticism come? Is it like constructive? Sieve it. Don't take feedback from everybody, because everybody's not you. Everybody doesn't know why you're doing what you're doing. So if this person is not somebody that you would typically listen to, or is not doing great in something that relates to what you are doing, I would say like shove it. Okay, shove it. Okay, I think we're almost getting to the end. Are you looking for a relationship? No, I'm not. I'm not looking for a relationship. Okay. What makes brownie brownie? What makes brownie brownie? I think my personality is a collection of my experience, my background, my friends, and also like I don't know, and what God made me, like what the word of God says about me. All of those things are what makes me myself. I'm not the most perfect person out there, but I try every single day to be a good person. I think if I'm a good person, that's okay for me. And I don't know. I'm not a people pleaser, so sometimes I can come off as strong-headed or rude when I refuse to like do things that other people are expecting me to do. But overall, like, consider myself a good person. My friends have told me that I'm a good person. My friends have never said I'm a bad person, so I think that I'm a good person. I think that I'm a good person. But yeah, I think these are the things that make brownie brownie. My background, my experiences, personal experiences, other people's experiences that I've learned from, having my friends around, all of these things have shaped me to be who I am today. Okay, what did you do to make your ass fatter? I chop protein. I chop protein. I don't know. My ass hasn't always been fat. I honestly don't think my ass is fatter as of this moment, because like I just started going to the gym 3 weeks ago, but I have seen improvements, and I think people have also seen improvements, and that's why this question is here. But I eat good. I work out, and I just hope for the best. I really just hope for the best. I'm not taking any artificial thing because I don't know if that works, but I go to the gym and I thank God for life. I have a question that says, do you love me? Since this is the only do you love me question that I have here, I want to assume that I know who is asking, and the answer is yes. I'm full of love. I love you so much. Moving on to the final question. Would you ever do a masterclass for people looking to get into tech? I don't think so. I don't think so, because there are a lot of resources. There are a lot of like people who talk about getting into tech. But I might do a masterclass or like a class on design, research, internet governance, all of those things. But like getting into tech, I think there are a lot of resources around for that. And I think I have people, or I know people whose career goal is to help people get into tech, like to help newbies. That's not my career goal. My career goal is like use design to change the world. So that's what I would do a masterclass on. But other than that, yeah, I think these were good questions. I think these were good questions. I'm really excited to start this channel. I am so thankful for everyone who contributed to this first episode by asking me questions. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, share the link to your friends, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. My name is Victory, and I loved to see you and chat with you today. Bye.